Turn the light on, guys. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. A female with black hair rang my buzzer just now. She was an Amazon delivery driver. She rang my buzzer and I went downstairs, and a tall woman with a grey suit on, trousers and top. And she said, she said, are you number 7? I said, no, I'm not number 7. So she said my parcel wasn't scanning. She said, I think I've got some more parcels for you. Can you wait? So I waited and I waited and I waited, and I thought, this is what happened last time my cat went missing. This is exactly what happened when my cat went missing. When Harry went missing, I went downstairs, left the door open, and I came back and I didn't realise that my cat had gone. So said she was having trouble scanning my parcels, and she seems to have disappeared. So I'm going to go back downstairs and see if she's left my parcels. Yeah, here it goes. Hiya. Right, so I'm just going to go down and get my parcel. Second. Max is still here, isn't he? So I heard somebody's door shut. Max is still there. So the lady was just having trouble with the numbers in the flats. Got my parcel. It's from Amazon. So let's open it. Got a G on there. G and 171B. Right. I put all my bits in one bag basically. So we'll start with the semi-opaque solid colour types. Frola. Good quality control top, fits great, soft, comfortable, well made, no loss of colour, doesn't rip easily. Notice the word RIP. RIP. Doesn't rip easily. Rest in peace is also RIP. So I'm saying this because I spoke to my mother this morning, my mum, on the phone. So I'm going to shut the window because it'll get loud when I speak. So I spoke to my mother Jennifer this morning on the phone. I phoned her. And we were having a conversation, and she came out with something like she'd had enough. She'd had enough. Now remember that I suffer from anxiety and depression. She said that all her money's gone. She was having trouble paying her bills and she'd had enough. My mother said over the phone to me, right? I told my mother to phone Southern Housing and I told her to tell them, apparently her worker yelled at her over the phone. Her worker, my mother's worker, shouted at Jennifer over the phone. So I said to my mum this morning, my mum was crying. She was crying. My mum was crying over the phone to me, crying in tears, because she's worried. She said all the money's gone. She said all the money's gone and she doesn't know how she's going to pay her water bill. And I told her, well, the first thing you think about is the rent. Because if you don't pay your rent, you can get evicted. So I told my mother to get on the phone to Southern Housing, which is her landlord. My landlord is Hyde Housing. So Southern Housing is my mother's landlord. I said, you know, if you have any trouble, give me a call and I'll talk to them. So she was talking about money and how it had all run out and she was worried that she was going to get kicked out of her flat and whatnot. So I've told her to ring the housing. And she went, I've had enough. I've had enough, which could mean a lot of things, couldn't it? So lo and behold, this is what I get in the mail. Well made, no loss or colour, doesn't rip easily, R.I.P. There was a woman, and I think I've caught it on camera, walking opposite my flat with a walker, like a walking aid. A walking aid right opposite my flat. I've told you how people manipulate and get inside your head, and my mother said she'd had enough. That's what she said to me over the phone. Not me's had enough, she's had enough. Which is all going to get written in my journal as well. So this young lady that rang my buzzer, mentioned the number 7 and the number 9. She said, where's block 9? So she mentioned number 7 and she mentioned number 9. So I've told you that I want to get smart. I want to smarten myself up and, you know, wear dresses and skirts and things. So we've got some tights, ladies tights, because I'm a woman. So these are lovely. They're a lovely feel to them and they're strong. So hopefully they won't snag easily. Right. And because I got that colour, I thought this top, now this is 2XL, because foreign sizes are different to UK sizes. And what is big in another country is small in this country. So I got a big size top to go with those tights. So this is a nice top. It obviously needs a bit of an ironing because it's got all wrinkled. So we've got a top here that go with those tights. Now the skirts are coming next week. So I'm not going to be able to wear them over the next couple of days, but there's some skirts coming. So they've sent me both lots of tights. I've got 2 lots of tights and I've got socks and a top, but I haven't got the 2 skirts. So obviously I can't put the skirts on and show you them because I haven't got them yet. This is another pair of ladies' tights. Free your senses, just beauty touch. Extra large women microfiber tights, 60 denier. So let's just open these and see if they look large. I'm just trying to say how people brainwash, get into your head, and how someone can be made to feel terrible and miserable. And scared as well, scared. I've got to open these without breaking the tights. Right? So we are expecting 2 skirts next week, 2 skirts, some ladies' knickers, women's underwear. These are black tights, and these are expensive. £5 for a pair of tights now, over £5 just for one pair of tights. And you know that if you get holes in tights, don't you? Quite easily. So £5 for one pair of tights. Everything's gone up. Let's put them in this bag, and those ones in this bag. Right. Socks. I just wanted some socks. I don't know what happens to my socks. I don't. So these are just 3 pairs of socks. They only came to about £3. I don't expect those to be like, you know, designer socks for £3. 3 pairs of socks. So I've got my socks, I've got my 2 pairs of tights, and I've got my top. But I have got no skirts. So obviously I can't show you. The whole point is to get an outfit with a top and a skirt and the tights to match. And I'm also expecting a pair of boots as well. I'm happy with the top. It's extra large. The sock, nothing wrong with the socks, and the tights are perfect. So I've got no complaints with the driver. I've got no complaints with the packaging. None at all. So I'm just telling you how things affect somebody's mindset, right? And the external stimuli and what people say when you're walking past, and the things that you hear and the things that you watch on the TV and listen to on the radio. If a person is depressed, right? How it can affect their moods and their minds, and how people can be manipulated and made to feel awful when there's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. So I ordered all that yesterday. That was ordered yesterday. So perfect. It's all come today. Wonderful. No complaints. Right? I don't need to go to the co-op because I've been feeling a bit off colour. I think I've had some sort of infection, and I've you know how you get with the menopause, you get a lot of urinary tract infections, like problems with your kidneys and your waterworks and your bits and pieces. And for the past few days, I've been feeling a bit off colour. Kept going to the toilet about 19 to the dozen times, and I don't feel like going out. I don't want to go out. I've cancelled my dentist appointment. That's another time and another date where I'm not saying when it is. I've been feeling very, very feverish as well. I don't really want to get near people because I could have the flu. I don't know. I was actually in the middle of eating my lunch when the young woman rang my buzzer. Nice woman. And I've come back upstairs, and you know, the last thing you need to see is RIP. My mum's been like this since I came down in 2008. Panicky, over the top. She's been saying things since I've ever known, really. So it sounded like to me she was saying, I want to end it all, over the phone to me this morning. And that's what I get in the post. So number 7 and number 9. She said, "Are you number 7?" I went, "No, it's the other way round. I'm not number 7, no." Then she asked me where number 9 was, but number 9 in a different block of flats. It's very confusing. It is confusing, I quite agree. If you're a new driver and you don't know the place, it's confusing. I'm going to finish off my lunch. I've done my Polish lesson. I am feeling a bit off colour, and I don't really want to go up to people really close because I feel ill. And it's not like something bad. It's just like these things you get. The weather is way too hot for October. And people are opening their doors and going out in shorts and t-shirts because it is warm for October. And no wonder people are catching things, you know. But I'm feeling off colour, but I'm not going outside with a walking stick and a Zimmer frame. Not yet. And remember that manipulative, narcissistic people have tactics. And don't get roped in by their tactics. They're very self-centered and selfish. Even when something has happened to someone, they will be self-centered and selfish and want all the attention to themselves. Even when someone, has happened to someone. They use manipulative tactics to make you think that they are worried about someone else when in fact they're just interested in themselves. So be careful with manipulative people, because I am. Right? They just care about themselves. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody else but themselves. And they use tricks and tactics. And you've got to be careful of people like this because they are dangerous. Right? And I am not being fooled again. I've been tricked many times by manipulative people. And I won't be fooled again. And they always seem to use this, I don't want to live anymore. I can't take it. But they've been doing it for the past 20 years, if you know what I mean. The same thing. See you later, everybody. All I was worried about was I was downstairs and I thought, my dog, my cat's gone missing. My dog. And there he is, he's okay. See you later.